Alright, well, let's get into Unicorn Overlord. Game made by Vanillawear. It is a tactical RPG, or a strategy RPG, I think they call it instead. SRPG. I gotta eat that shit.
Mute on.
There we go. Streets of Cornea. Has a very painted style to it. Got slow grind quarry.
I beg you, my queen, take leave of this place while you're still able.
To where, I might ask? Nigh every last of Cornea's lords has forsaken us in favor of the traitor Valmor. No refuge remains for a crowned fugitive. Yet the general seeks my death and mine alone. I shall not flee from that fate.
She shall not flee.
Though you still can. A sole rider with Elaine at your side. Take him, Joseph. Raise that delicate seedling into a sturdy tree capable of weathering the harsh climes that await. And pray safeguard the ring of the unicorn as well. Hold it close to you until Elaine is a man grown. He will have need of the power it bears.
My queen,
Like her double buckler design.
Mother? Are they coming for us?
Heed well these words, Elaine. I say this not as your mother, but as your queen. From here forth, you're to treat Joseph's command as though it were spoken directly with my tongue. Do you understand?
Of course, but is there something amiss?
My faith and more lies with you, Joseph. I only pray it is enough. Farewell, and may the heavens guide you.
Why are you just standing there, Joseph? Aren't you going to help her?
Nope.
that I were able, my prince. Come, we've not a minute to spare.
Bar all exits to the city. The queen is not to leave these walls alive. Our great general reduced to little more than a base traitor. You'll find my head not so easily parted from my shoulders, Valmor. I wonder if you can say the same. Come, everyone. We march this day for Her Majesty, Elena. Unit movement. Move with the cursor to select units and command them to move across the stage. Select Queen Elena's unit and use the move command to make them march toward Valmor's position.
We've no time to falter. With me! I have you!
I trust you! I am your shield. Behold my might! Does this suit you?
Go. Victory is ours!
In case you're wondering, I didn't do anything. It looks like it's auto battle. Probably set up some commands, like a gambit system of sorts, ahead of time.
On your guard!
It's up to you. You'll see no harm. I trust you.
Ready yourself!
I shall protect you. I am your shield. We shall see our duty through. Does this suit you? Up, sir!
My magic is yours.
I have you.
How's this? Cornea shall never cave.
Grand Coring Town.
Caesar!
Enlighten me, Valmor. To what end do you seek to usurp my throne?
Self-centered fool. It's not merely your throne I aspire towards. It's all of them. Zenoira are the rightful sovereigns of Fevrith, and I, the blade to restore our world to its natural order.
You seek to plunge the continent into war. Fevrith need not suffer your delusions.
A proper ruler demands unity, not pointless politicking with insufferable neighbors. Now, I shall achieve that unity through conquest and reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
I would sooner see you slain by my hand!
I promise you, my queen, the royal lineage shall endure. It is but a great shame I couldn't aid you further. All has gone according to plan, my lord.
I guess you didn't make it.
Yet our work only just begins. We stand now at a new dawn for Fevrith, one which will see Zenoira's dominion restored at last. Curious, though, that we've no trace of the old knight's captain.
About that, my lord. A lone cavalry unit was spotted riding through the eastern gate before it was bombed.
Then the boy is lost to us. A truth obscured only by his mother's futile attempt at a counter-offensive. It would seem I underestimated her penchant for deception.
Year 895 of the Hallowed Chronicle. Claiming himself a scion of the fallen Zenoiran Empire, Cordia's once decorated General Valmor rebelled against his erstwhile home at the seat of its monarchy, Gran Corinne. Its queen, Elenia, bold in the face of this staggering betrayal, stood unshrinking as the shield to her son Elaine's safe flight, and mustering what meager forces remained by her side, she rallied a defense as valorous as it was damned. With Cornea's queen lost, care of the young prince fell to her faithful knight, Joseph, who took wing beyond Valmor's wretched grasp to asylum on the Forned Isle of Palavia in the Holy Kingdom of Albion. began boastfully proclaiming himself Bevrith's new emperor, Valmor donned a second name, Calarius, and began a relentless onslaught the continent's nations could only but struggle against. Yet each realm's endeavors fell in vain time and again, and ere long Zenoira's vile dominion was realized. His blood-soaked unification come to bear, few dared stand against the ironclad fist of Emperor Galerius. Embers of resistance burned on, yet the downtrodden could cling only to furtive hopes of liberation. Desperate prayers which fell upon deaf ears night after unceasing night. "10 years have passed since the Shroud of War first set over Cornea.
The Unicorn Ring.
I wonder if those two are at it again.
That's a heaving chest.
Well, that takes care of the altar. I suppose I should be getting back.
That's a bouncy chest. Unicorn Overlord. Presented by Atlas. Sound production, Bass Escape. Developed by Vanillawear.
Sorry, Elaine, but this round's mine.
Ah, you always were the optimist.
Damn it. You got a good hit in, I'll give you that.
I don't think he blocked it.
There's just no stopping you these days.
Yet you've grown no less than I have. Still, we could likely train for the rest of our lives, and even then, never manage to best Joseph.
Weird to think he's back on the mainland now. Finally making that Liberation Army thing a reality, huh? Guess that means we'll be going up against Zenoira soon.
Indeed it does. The people of Cornea are suffering, Lex. Crying out for whatever help will hear their pleas. Should I turn a deaf ear to those voices, I would have little and less claim to the crown I feel is mine. That, and I owe it to my mother to see them safe.
Well, yeah, but Zenoira's got the whole world in the palm of their hand. How are we gonna fight back against that?
The earth may be theirs, but the heavens will surely favor those who stand for justice.
You got a point there. Sorry for not sounding all too confident. Just make sure you don't take it all on yourself. I'll be with you every step of the way.
Thank you,
Gay.
Lex. You know I can't do this without you.
Gay.
Stop. You're gonna make me blush.
Gay.
Anyway, that's enough training for today. We're gonna miss lunch if we don't get moving.
I suppose it is that time.
You see something out there?
It's a ship.
Looks like they're flying Zenoira colors too.
This island is no longer safe. We have to
With you there. You head for the cathedral. I'll make sure the town knows what's coming.
Seal off the harbor, and do it quick! Not a soul gets off this island under our watch. All soldiers have alighted, sir!
Dispatch the vanguard to the cathedral. And remember, we're to apprehend the target.
Understood, sir!
Sir with an E. You know they're fantasy whenever they do that.
O Heavenly Father, ruler of land and sky above, we pray this day for deliverance from evil. Grant us the meager sustenance to nourish our fragile bodies in the times to come. Guide our lost souls on the path to salvation. shutting
I guess I
down
never really thought of a
the
unicorn as like a really cool
for
mystical
darkness
beast or
will
something
spread
like
through
that.
all corners of
It
Velen.
always comes off with just like a silly, like,
Such is
joking
my
one,
request
and,
as
you
your
know,
humble
girly
servant.
and stuff like that. So having a giant statue to a unicorn that she's praying
In the
to
name
is
of
just,
the guardian unicorn,
I mean,
and that
something
of the
I would
Holy
picture a little
Mother.
girl doing. But
Is that you, Elaine? How many times must I ask you not to stomp
Yeah,
around
and she
in
has
the
a hammer.
cathedral? What is the meaning of this?
Well, look what we've got here. Seems we're the first to show.
Rough her up if you want, but don't forget, the girl dies and our heads will roll too.
what's that stance that she
Such
has?
depravity will not go unpunished. Not in the house of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah? Then you best get to praying.
She's fast.
Not as fast as us.
What the?
Scarlet, are you hurt?
Only a little shaken, that's all. What's happening?
Pretty sure they didn't even touch you.
A ship has come ashore on Palavian soil. One hoisting the banner of the Zenoiran army.
Those things bounce.
Are they aware that you're the Crown Prince?
I can't say for certain, but we know one thing. These people are our enemy, and they must be stopped.
Yes. My cathedral will see no more bloodshed this day. Come, let's move outside.
Your Highness, it's a relief to see you unharmed.
Hold on. Where's Lex?
He went ahead to alert the town. We'd best find him and get to the harbor.
Indeed. But first, my prince, this belongs to you.
A ring.
The Ring of the Unicorn. Queen Elenia wished for you to have
Give it to Lex when you're ready to propose.
I had intended to wait till signs of age played more deeply across your face. But we no longer have such luxury. I have the utmost faith you'll see it secured.
A keepsake from my mother. Thank you for this, Joseph.
Make no further mention of it. Now, let us be off.
Battle stages are the fields of combat where allied and enemy units wage war in real time. Each battle stage has victory conditions must be fulfilled in order to complete it, such as defeating the enemy commander. Deploying units, allies can be deployed from any base flying a blue flag. First, move the cursor to the command post with the then your lane's unit.
The day will be ours.
When it consumes one Valor point from the gauge displayed in the upper left of the screen. Valor points can be replenished by defeating enemies, liberating towns, fortresses, and more. Elaine, look! They've already reached the town! Then we know our first aim. We must dispatch these soldiers as quickly as possible. His voice is going to change a lot.
We march. The path is set.
We allied units to counter enemy. The battle menu will appear at the bottom of the screen. Use it to organize your forces and view the enemy details before battle. Select battle once you've finished preparing to enter the fray. Well, having the guy with the sword and shield in front and the girl with the nut in the back seems like a good thing. Let's see what the organization looks like. This girl is a priestess. Lean Edge, Noble Guard, Prioritize Armor, target less than 100%. This really is a gambit system. I hate gambit systems. So I can't add a tactic. I guess after that gets unlocked later on. So we'll gauge battle. Battle plays out like various predetermined rules. First, a combat's initiative determines their order in current battle. When a combatant turns their eyes, they will use their active skills. Each active skill consumes an action point. I will take turn using active skills in order their initiatives. Continuing until all combatants are out of AP. Fast skills will trigger automatically when certain conditions are met, such as being hit with an attack. Personally, his double guard skill trigger when he hits attack, causing him to protect himself. Using a fast skill consumes passive points. Regular knowledge takes damage, thus killing that out. Alright, with running blow, skill triggers at the end of battle for any additional attack. When the battle ends, when all combatants are out of AP, or when all combatants at one side have been defeated. Also press Y to get the battle log and review the skills that were used in battle.
We march on!
Neither unit is defeated in battle, the side with the lower loser. Upon losing battle, the defended unit was knocked back and enters a waiting state, rendering it immobile for a short time. Almost having just one more push.
To me.
Engaging a waiting will grant the attacking unit a first strike, and the unit executing a first strike will always act first, regardless of initiative. Still bloody from them. Good. All that remains now is to reclaim the something. That's where Lex is headed, right? I hope he's okay. Liberating facilities. Garrisoning a unit town, fort, or other facility will allow you that unit to liberate the facility. Move.
Onward.
Garrison it.
'Tis ours now.
Liberating will replenish valor points and boost your score upon completing the stage. Additionally, facilities that have been liberated will serve as bases from which allies can be deployed. Lex! Hey, sorry about that. They caught me off guard there, but don't worry, everyone's safe. I made sure of it. I knew I was right to count on you, and I'm glad you're unharmed as well. Still, wish I could have done more, though. Here, let me scout out ahead to make up for it. Units can be ordered to move to any location that you specify. Move Lex.
Ready. On it. I'm here.
Just what I was hoping for. It's time to show these guys what I'm made of. Let me explore the system. I gotta.
You got it.
Lex sucks. Dan might have gone too eager there. Lex! No, we'll never make it in time. Allow me, Your Highness. Different units have different degrees of mobility. The higher the stat is, the quicker they'll move on the battle stage. The unit's combined mobility is determined by the individual mobility stats of its members. Use this unit. Deploy them
In
there.
service of the royal family. What would you ask?
And move into Lex.
Very well.
We don't follow this day. We're to be struck down. When two other units are in close proximity, one can swap one for the other. Plus LR have swap units. For battle, you need a prediction of how much damage each unit will take. Note how the swap units.
It's not looking.
Come. Gaze upon the face of your demise.
Okay, so it's very powerful in that regard. Nice. His PP's up.
Stand true.
Healing.
For the liberation.
Lex, are you alright? Somehow, yeah, sorry for making you worry. You know it's a miracle you can even put your armor on straight. Here, this medicine will perk you up again. Required good and tonic times 3. When our combatant's HP falls 0, they are incapacitated. Item skills can restore HP, rather than incapacitated combatants. Select items from the options from the unit's action menu and use an item.
I just want to sleep.
Phew, I needed that. Chloe, perhaps you better serve watching after Lex directly. He's still a little girl. I fear he's a bit of a liability on his own. Very much agreed. No more messing around, Lex. I'll be keeping a close eye on you. Ugh. Now then, this area appears to be safe for the time being. Let us hurry on to the harbor. My word, boy, that's Hodrick. He and I stand as the stalwart pillars of Cornea's defense. What might possibly have changed him? Agreed now. Prepare yourself, rebels. Any foolish enough to defy Emperor Galerius must be put to the sword. I have a spear. It seems combat is our only path forward. Indeed, ridding this land of enemy must be our first and only priority, no matter who that enemy may be. Defeat conditions. The time limit expires. Defeat Hodrick. Why is he green? Move the cursor while holding A to select multiple units and give them all the same order at once. After selecting desired units, press A to choose the destination. Yeah.
Set.
I shall hold nothing back.
Nice.
Hold fast. The battle is won. Gaze upon the face of your demise. I have you.
I'm guessing Joseph is gonna die soon because he seems kind of broken compared to everybody else.
Glory to the liberation. I've not chosen my grave yet. Come.
Come then.
I shall hold.
You face me.
We'll let these guys do some work. Yeah, still the kill.
A fine job. Well fought. Your villainy ends here.
Come.
Come then.
Easy now.
time is at hand. Onward.
Awaiting your command. As you wish.
Sure thing. On it.
I shall hold nothing back.
This struggle will only prolong the pain. Accept the mercy of a swift demise.
Oh, really? Why are you green?
I fail to understand, Hodrick. What has motivated this shift in allegiance?
Joseph, Cornea's most decorated knight. I shall close the book on your tale myself.
Hold fast. I fight in me yet.
Yeah, he's a level 20. Just realized. Such firm defenses, our weapons barely even leave a scratch. Press my magical work then. Leave this to me, Elaine.
Gaze upon the face of your demise.
Okay, I'm not right now. A fast mode.
The battle is won.
You face me. Good.
Aha, level 2!
Another step forth.
His PP increased.
May the Father smile upon me.
Victory grows ever closer. We march. To me.
Come.
Come then. Why are you doing this? You, who once stood as my mother's royal guard.
Enough of your questions, Whelp. Interfere, and I shall see you suffer for it. Try again.
Let me.
A fine job. The time is at hand.
Gaze upon
Your villainy ends here.
Bonk.
We march on. A fine bout.
What foolishness is this? One such as I, brought low by the Cornea vermin that gnawed our ankles.
You've fallen far indeed, Hodrick. How many times did you stare death in the face at Her Majesty's side? Now, look what you've become. I may stand as your swordmaster no longer, but I can yet offer you a merciful end to your descent.
Wait.
Your Highness.
Tell me, Hodrick. Do you remember the times you and I played together? When I was still just a boy? Yours was a bond of loyalty few knights could hope to equal. Why cast that aside and bend the knee to Galerius? I refuse to cut down a friend without first knowing how we've reached this grim conclusion. A simple reason is all I ask. Please,
doing here?
He was possessed.
A spell to shackle the hearts of men.
'Tis the only way I can think to describe it, my prince.
Well, that's convenient.
That ill-fated day, all the lords closest to your mother turned upon her without so much as a moment's notice. Unfortunately, my memories end there as well.
A frightful power, if what you say is true. This spell of control, it could be called. Such magic would go far in explaining how Galerius so swiftly brought Fevrith to its knees.
I shudder to think what unspeakable evil I wrought upon our world these last 10 years. Though there is no greater misdeed than turning my spear upon you, Prince Elaine.
That's enough. You mustn't blame yourself any further. But I do wonder, how is this ring capable of unmaking the spell?
In truth, I had believed it to be mere regalia. A symbol of your birthright and nothing more, to think the power of cleansing truly exists. Your Highness, that is the Ring of the Unicorn, ancestral treasure of Cornia's royal lineage. Legend speaks of your ancestors wielding it to purify evil, but I had believed such tales to be mere fiction.
The Orthodoxy has a similar story about the Holy Unicorn. How it was a sacred beast able to purge darkness from our land. It's entirely possible that the ring that bears its image is somehow capable of that same power.
Should Galerius' rule be built upon a foul sorcery that fetters our people, then this ring is the ray of light that will pierce its wicked heart.
Your words ring true, my prince.
Indeed.
I totally was mind controlled.
Bound by his cruel magics.
Good thing you had that ring. That magic ring.
Crashing down.
All told,
Thank you for not killing me
myself
because I
deep
was
in
mind
doubt.
controlled.
Is it justice that guides our march, or paltry vendetta? Yet the answer is clear as day now. The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to walk it. Walk it I will, Mother.
Mom had badass shield arms. You know,
Today
crappy
marks our
wooden
first
buckler.
foray into the mists of despair which hang heavy over our home. Mists that will soon be dispelled. It may take days, months, or even years, but I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled, and slay Galerius like the beast he is. And how does Hodrick fare?
Well, all things considered, any fog that lingered in his mind seems to have cleared, and he stands ready to fight once more. By the way, Your Highness, allow me to brief you on our plans for when we arrive.
No. I was hoping for a
Among
pause.
the Liberation members I've mustered in my past excursions is a young yet skilled knight by the name of Clive. I'll ride to bring him to you the moment we reach solid ground.
You have my thanks.
A word?
Bouncy,
Elaine?
bouncy.
Is something wrong?
Well... No, it's nothing.
Are you sure? Anxiety will be the death of you if you keep it bottled up like that.
It really isn't important. I assure you, it's just... Our lives have changed so drastically from the peace we had only yesterday. It barely seems real.
I can't say I feel any different. But I've always known this day would come. It's why I've spent all these years training under Joseph's careful instruction. A shame you never had the chance to meet my mother. She was always one to blaze a path forward. Royal blade in arm, but as her heir, I intend to lead in much the same way.
Is that why you and Lex spent all your days banging swords down at the shore?
Gay.
You've seen that, have you? You know, Hodrick was likely but one of many. And assuming the others who surrendered to Zenoira are being controlled as he was, we may just stand a chance in this. Yet our liberation is still in its nascent days. Promising, yes, but gravely fragile as well. Which is precisely why I'll need your help, Scarlet. To reclaim peace for all who have suffered.
Elaine, Of course. I'll do everything I can. As is my role as a priestess of the Palavian Church.
Hey, don't forget about me.
Lex.
What?
I'm sorry, my prince. Decorum doesn't come naturally to this fool.
It's all right. When you've known each other as long as we have, there's no reason to let formality bind us.
But there are protocols to observe. Rules we must follow as vassals in service of the crown. Still, I'm of the same mind. What mind he has, that is. I'll give my all in the royal name, your majesty.
Thank you all. I couldn't ask for a finer group of friends.
Yes. And that is where we will stop for right now. I just wanted to turn the game on, give it a try, and it's already 41 minutes. That ain't bad. Either way, thanks for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.